It is hot and muggy, and it is going to stay that way all evening long. Even the overnight is going to be humid and very warm. Overnight low temperature in Sioux Falls, 70 degrees, 66 Aberdeen, Pierce 70, Rapid City, some isolated thunderstorms, and 62 degrees. Tomorrow a northeast breeze, so not as hot and not as humid with a partly cloudy sky. Only 92 in Sioux Falls, 86 Aberdeen, 93 in Pierre, 85 degrees. We could see some isolated or scattered thunderstorms. The weekend looks like temperatures will return back to normal for this time of year, so better stuff ahead. We'll have that forecast coming up. KELOLAND News starts now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, KELOLAND News first at 4.
It's not just humans and animals feeling the stress of the heat. We check out the roads that are buckling due to the hot temperatures.
Plus, the governor's new worker recruitment campaign is hitting the racetrack, how she hopes it will advertise the state to more people.
And later, KELOLAND Media Group is offering high school sports teams a couple of media days as they prepare for the upcoming season.
But first, we're following some breaking news this afternoon. Sanford Health says it's discontinuing the merger process with Fairview Health Services.
Now, this comes after months of public meetings held by the Minnesota Attorney General. Many of the people who attended voiced their concerns with the merger. The Minnesota Nurses Association also opposed the merger.
This is a developing story. We'll bring you more information as it's released. The other big story today is once again the heat. The hot temperatures are causing some long days for city workers in Sioux Falls. The
crews have been busy repairing road buckles caused by the extreme temperatures. If you come across a work site on your commute home, remember to be patient.
The bad thing about heat blow-ups, they're usually at the end of our day, so then we have to, like last night, we were here till midnight fixing them last night.
Hear what it's like working in this heat to fix the roads. That's coming up tonight on KELOLAND News at 5.
Well, the intense heat might be hard to escape, especially if staying indoors is not an option. In Minnesota, 375,000 workers spend at least part of their shift outside.
And that does not include farmers or anyone else who is self-employed. Kirsten Mitchell with our CBS affiliate found out how they're keeping cool.
Forest Stump Tree Service is feeling the heat. Hot. In more ways than one.
It's already the busy season, you know. When these storms come, it really adds a little bit extra to the plate.
They've been working under the beating sun in White Bear Lake since 7:30 in the morning.
Stick to the shade as much as we can, you know.
If you're working outside in the heat like these guys, the CDC recommends drinking 8 ounces of water every 15 to 20 minutes. That's about a liter of water every hour.
This is what I bring every day.
Jessica Torson's team at Birch Tree Care just got back from a sizzling shift.
We did a little bit of an early start today. It helps a little, but eventually it's going to be that noon sun and you can't really escape it.
She says preparing for heat starts the night before.
We try not to even touch a drop of alcohol. That's going to immediately dehydrate you. I don't drink coffee on days like this.
The cool down is just as important.
We've got a lot of ice cream and freezies in the freezer.
Minnesota OSHA says employers have the responsibility to provide water, rest, and shade and watch their workers for signs of illness.
We try to just keep an eye on each other. We'll look at my colleague and say, hey, you're moving pretty slow. Why don't you go sit in the AC for 10 minutes and then circle back?
It'll be top of mind as temperatures continue to climb.
We love the work, but on days like this, you definitely question it a little bit.
In White Bear Lake, Kirsten Mitchell, WCCO News.
I can't even imagine drinking a cup of coffee today.
Oh, well, yesterday. I did this morning.
Did you? Well, this morning maybe
I never skip
different.
it, but yeah, I should be
probably. Pick-me-upper, right? Well, more than 100 members of Congress called on the Biden administration to implement national workplace heat rules.
Right now, Minnesota does not have outdoor-specific standards. Well, firefighters are also trying to stay cool during this heat wave while they keep their community safe.
Fire departments bring cold water and cold towels to make sure that firefighters are taking plenty of breaks and not overworking themselves. Lieutenant John Nelson with the Sioux City Fire and Rescue says heat illness can set in quickly.
Fatigue is a huge danger, as well as any heat-related illness. We could get heat exhaustion. I could even suffer some heat stroke depending on how bad the dehydration is, how hot it is, how long we've been in that environment.
Fire officials want to remind everyone to stay indoors during the heat if you can. But if you are spending time outside, be sure to drink plenty of water and find shade often.
And you were outside today doing a story for a bit, huh?
And I was hot, and I was only out there for about 40 minutes.
So you can't imagine what some of these outdoor workers feel like.
Those people I was interviewing were settling in for a long day outside.
Well, just how hot is it? Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Chatta.
Well, good afternoon, Don and Kelly. Good afternoon, everyone. It has been a hot and humid day. We're at 98 degrees here in Sioux Falls with plenty of sunshine. South winds are about 9 miles an hour right now. If we take a look at some of our other temperatures, we have 102 in Winter, 94 in Aberdeen, 99 in Phillip, and 94 in Rapid City. If we combine that heat with the humidity, we get our heat index, or what the air feels like right now. It's up to 106 in Sioux Falls and Marshall, 108 in Brookings, 104 in Yankton, and 100 in Pierre and Chamberlain. We have a heat advisory that lasts through this evening in those areas in orange, plus an excessive heat warning in those areas in pink through this evening. Those heat indexes will stay well over 100 with this advisory. We're also watching a few light rain and thunder showers moving through our area, like in northwestern South Dakota, producing a little bit of lightning in northeastern KELOLAND near Millbank and Watertown. For this evening, we do have a marginal risk of severe weather in southwestern South Dakota and in western Minnesota. The hail and strong winds are going to be the main threats. We'll keep the heat and humidity around through tonight with a low around 70 in Sioux Falls, 66 in Aberdeen, 70 in Pierre, and 62 with a chance of overnight rain and thunderstorms in Rapid City. Tomorrow, we'll watch the chances for rain and thunderstorms across KELOLAND, plus be a couple of degrees cooler. 92 Sioux Falls, 86 in Aberdeen, 93 in Pierre, and 85 in Rapid City. Saturday and Sunday, though, temperatures return to normal. We'll take a closer look coming up.
Thanks, Megan. Authorities in Yankton County have released new information about a pursuit and crash in May that killed 2 people. The sheriff's office says on May 10th, a trooper tried to stop a vehicle for speeding in Vermilion. Investigators say the car started driving erratically with speeds reaching 130 miles per hour. The Yankton Police Department placed spikes on the road, but the vehicle missed them. However, the car ended up hitting a semi. Anna Selwyn and Gabriel Ortega died at the scene. A third person was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries, but deputies say she is recovering. During the investigation, authorities learned the vehicle had been stolen out of an impound lot in Sioux City. A toxicology report also found that Selwyn had alcohol and meth in her system.
The South Dakota Supreme Court has upheld a judge's denial of polygraph results in a 2020 murder. The justices say that the judge was correct in refusing the results of a lie detector test offered by Raymond Banks in the killing of Casey Bonhorse in Sioux Falls. Bonhorse was delivering pizza when he was killed in a shooting. Both Banks and Johannesy Bryan admitted that they were there, but each man claims that he was only the lookout and that the other man pulled the trigger. Banks wanted to introduce results of a polygraph test at sentencing to support his claim that he wasn't the shooter, but Judge Robin Howman wouldn't allow it.
A girl who went missing 4 years ago in Arizona has been found in Montana. Authorities say Alicia Navarro, who is 18 now, walked into a Montana police station alone and identified herself. Navarro was 14 when she wrote a note for her parents and left home. At the time, she was described as a teen with high-functioning autism. Investigators have not identified the specific town where she was found or if she was staying with anyone.
Attorney General Marty Jackley says that a South Dakota senator inappropriately used COVID-19 relief funds. The AG says that Senator Jessica Castleberry of Rapid City collected more than $600,000 for a business that she owns, Little Nest Preschool. Jackley says that the state Supreme Court ruled in 2020 that such payments to elected officials were illegal. The AG says that Castleberry must repay that full amount. The state says that the senator has 10 days to respond. Castleberry said in her own news release that she communicated directly and transparently with the Department of Social Services staff regarding grant applications. You can read the rest of her statement on KELOLAND.com.